A Good Business San Diego financial news update, sponsored by Wilsey Asset Management.
Good evening. I'm Brent Wilsey, president of Wilsey Asset Management. Well, the year coming to an end, you may be thinking, gee, I think I might want to get a new financial advisor. Could be many reasons. Maybe you've looked at performance and returns like, gee, year to date, I'm only up 2%. I think everybody else is doing better than me. Maybe I should shop around. Maybe it's poor customer service. Maybe it's such thing as that broker. You give them a call and they don't call you back. Sometimes for days, sometimes they don't call you back at all. So you're thinking, I need to get another financial advisor. Well, how do you do it? It is something kind of unique, and what we've done at Wilsey Asset Management, we have come up with 10 questions you can ask your current financial advisor and a new advisor that makes you and helps you feel better about getting the right financial advisor. Some of those things are, and by the way, you can get those at our website, smartinvesting2000.com. Just send us an email. Again, at smartinvesting2000.com. We'll be more than happy to send out the 10 questions for you. But one of the questions is very important. Is that advisor a full fiduciary? Well, first of all, what is a fiduciary? A fiduciary is generally licensed with the SEC, and they have an obligation to do what's best for you, not what's best for the advisor. Now, this compares to a broker who has a lower standard called suitability. What that means, they can virtually sell you any mutual fund, but it's suitable, that's okay. Even if it was the worst performing mutual fund, that's okay. So that's why you want to go with fiduciary. But you've got to be careful here because there's now hybrid financial advisors who are both a fiduciary and also a broker as well. So they can still sell you products and get commissions for that. So you want to make sure that they're a full financial advisor as a fiduciary registered with the SEC, so there's no confusion what they are. Also, you want to ask that advisor, are you trying to sell products? What are you doing here? Right now, there's some big products out there that are doing very well, big commissions, big fees for brokers called alternative investments. There's private equity, private debt. All these things pay brokers a big commission. There's mutual funds that do that. A big abuse too is annuities. They love to sell annuities. They generally pay around a 7% commission. Sometimes even more than that, and your money's locked away for many times 5, 7, maybe even 10 years. So you want to ask the advisor, and then ask them too, how do you get paid? For some reason, people are afraid to ask this question. They feel uncomfortable doing that. But feel free, they're supposed to be there to advise you and help you out. Understand how they're getting paid so you know there's no bias, like, well, gee, if they sell me this product, they get a 6% commission, they sell me this, they get nothing. You want to make sure there's no bias there. And then you want to find out what is the investment strategy of the firm. Are they growth investing, which is a higher risk type of investing? Are they value investing, a lower type of investing? Or are they an asset allocation? Find these out. And two, feel free to ask that advisor, where are you investing your money? I've seen advisors where they invest their clients' money very aggressively. They say, well, I'm very conservative. Well, why would they do that? If it's so good for you, should it be good for them? I mean, at our firm, my money is invested the same way as our $750 million that we manage for our clients. So these are things that we do. Make sure the advisor you're working with, they're matched to what you're doing. And it's so hard sometimes to ask that question, but don't feel afraid. I mean, they're many times handling your life savings. Ask questions. How are you getting paid? How do you manage your money? And if you're using ETFs, if you're using mutual funds and a fee-based account, are they paying too much for that? So these are things you want to be aware of. Again, we will send you the list of 10 questions. Go to our website, smartinvesting2000.com. Again, smartinvesting2000.com, and we'll email you back the list. Have a good evening.
This has been a Good Business San Diego financial news update, sponsored by Wilsey Asset Management.